And you're watching your favorite program, Polycab, India's #1 cable and wires company, Dream Homes Season 6. On this episode, we are going to show you the 2 shortlisted homes, and on the entry we have a beautiful home. But before that, let me introduce to you our panel of judges. We have Anuj Gopakumar, our Chief Architect of Kumar Group. We also have Sudha, Architect and Interior Designer from Swast. So the first shortlisted home is SFS Gardenia from Kakkanad. So let's take a quick look at this home.
Today I am at SFS Gardenia, Villa number 4 at Varikala, Kakkanad. Front structure that you see, built in the Spanish style. They have done stone cladding which looks very appealing and attractive. Pergola design has also been provided. For the landscape, it's very creatively designed. Garden area is on the sideways as well and towards the nameplate. So overall, it's a very attractive and stylish look. This is the living space, and for the designing, opposite wall to me has been done using stone cladding. Sideways segregation has been done using wooden framework. On both sides you can find the same thing. Little pebbles are there in the flooring to give it a separate look. Now this side is actually glass, so which gives us a clear visual of the outside. It's a long wooden dining table. To give emphasis on the beauty of it, we have warm color lighting which has been provided from above, hanging lights. Dining console is closed, but that's a wooden cabinet from the pantry. Then here also we see the same glass work we saw in the living area, so that helps in a lot of lighting. It's an ultra model kitchen with all the latest amenities in it. For the specifications, first of all, it's important wooden cabinets, actually wood cabinets and glass. So it's a combination of both being provided above and below. We have a breakfast counter, then it's granite top which goes completely. There's an extension to this kitchen. There's a main kitchen area, and this more serves like a pantry space. Then for the flooring, we have composite marble which continues to be here. For the ceiling, it's false ceiling gypsum board with indirect lighting has been provided. The master bedroom has been done in a very luxurious manner. To talk about the various features, first of all, it's gypsum board ceiling, indirect lighting has been provided, composite marble flooring. Then the headboard wall, it's completely covered by wallpaper. On the opposite side, the windows, actually on either side windows are there. This window is covered by roller blinds, and the opposite side, it's dual layer of curtains. One interesting feature about the wooden wardrobes here is that when you open up, that's when the light turns on. You close it, the light turns off. So a fully automated house which has been made quite completely stylish.
right, Anuj. So why do you think this home has been shortlisted to the top 10?
Even though it's a very small property and the house is a very compact kind of urban, I think it's from a villa project or something. I like it because it's very chic, very clean lines, very simple. And I love the form. I love the windows, the grill designs, the little bit of stone cladding, the white walls, and the simple straight lines. So I think it's a very chic house. It looks very contemporary. It looks very nice. And the interiors is very beautiful of this house, and they've done it very nicely, very elegant. A lot of warm white flooring and warm lighting. The furniture is in white with little colorful throw cushions there. A lot of attention has gone into the artifacts, the kind of positioning of the artifacts, the materials they have chose to place in different, like whether it's a painting or a flower vase. It's done very nicely, and the handrail is very beautiful in glass. A lot of attention given to the lighting of the house, the spot lightings, the effect lighting, the wall lighting. I felt that the whole house is simply flowing very nicely, and the bedrooms, the color coordination and everything is done nicely. I like the way the house has come out.
And Sudha, over to you.
The simple straight lines is what attracts me to this house. It's got just about a couple of vertical lines. The rest of it are all sheer white walls. The vertical lines have been clad with stone to the optimum level, not too much, not too less. The glass handrails, these kind of things make it minimalistic, but at the same time very smart. I like the dark windows. Certain windows don't have grills, which is a beautiful thing. Planning itself, the flow of the drawing to the dining to the living, the courtyard in between, the staircase around the courtyard, the whole thing is one single flow. So that actually enlivens the whole place. There is a lot of connectivity between the rooms. At the same time, they've used little artifacts and little trinkets like those wooden vertical slats that have been used to partition off the different spaces, physically partition off, though of course there's a visual continuity going through the whole area. That is really nice. There are certain walls that are dark again, which really contrasts well with the lightness of the floor, the white sofas. The furniture also is coordinated very beautifully. Where there is a dark floor, there is a light sofa, and where there is a light floor, there is a darker furniture. So that actually brings out the beauty in each item that is placed there. I like the practicality of the designs in most of the cases. The kitchens are also planned very smartly. Though small, it's very efficient. Similarly, the bedrooms also neat, clean lines. There are essential wardrobes, the lighting as you open it. The bedrooms are muted in their design. There's nothing very loud and ostentatious about it. So all in all, it follows the theme of the simplicity, but everything else being there also. And the pool, of course, is a added advantage that they have there. It's a beautiful blue pool there.
Also have one more entry, and for those of you who do not know, I'm sure you're eagerly waiting for it, and I'm not going to keep you more waiting because this home is from Thrissur, Kallivalappil house.
Today we have reached in Thrissur and just outside Kallivalappil house. So let's go inside and find out more about this house. Paving stones has been laid out, and that leads you to the garage of the house, and then from there there are steps that lead us to the sit out of the house, and then later on inside the house. The sit out flooring has been done in vitrified tiles. Ceiling has been kept very simple, but extruding LED lights has been used to light up the area, and then we have this door that's typical like a colonial structure. About the structure of the house, it's a colonial structure with a mixture of modern style is also included in that. The exterior of the house has been done up in a mixture of colonial and modern style. Shingles has been used throughout on the roof, and multiple roof has been created. From the foyer area, we come into this formal living room. A good enough space has been provided for the living room area.
The concept has been kept very simple, like the house is a modern structure, so all the furnitures that adorn the area are also modern in shape. Like for example, the lights that they have provided, the blinds they have provided, or as for the ceiling part, no false ceiling has been provided, but LED extrusion lights has been used to light up the area. Vitrified tiles has been used for the flooring. The formal living room area gives us an impression like we are on an island, because the artificial waterfall that has been created in the foyer, there is a stream that flows through around us. Like from my back side, everything we are surrounded by water. So that's the main attraction of this living room. From this living room, we go on to a dining hall area. Again, that has been created as an island section. Behind me, cladding tiles has been used on the walls, and a pergola has also been created in L shape, because we have a pergola section over here, and on the other side also we have a pergola section, so that enough sunlight can penetrate inside the room. From the formal living area, we enter into this dining hall. A 10-seater dining table completed with wood and glass top has been provided for the dining area. The hall itself has been kept very simple, and minimal use of other objects has been used, like a niche has been created exclusively to highlight one of the object, and then this room also doubles up as a prayer area. As for the ceiling, it has been kept simple. Only LED extrusion lights are provided, so that's more than sufficient to light the room. Vitrified tiles has been used for the flooring, and behind me is an access to the pantry and then to the kitchen. Meanwhile, like if some guests are coming up through the formal living area, they can have a direct access to it without disturbing the family that's in the pantry or the kitchen area. The wash area has been isolated and neatly tucked away in one of the corner of the dining room area. A common bathroom is also provided. From the washroom area, you have a clear view to the formal area. This forms the master bedroom of the house. As we look around, we find it very simple. There are no hangings, no extra fitting light has been provided for the room. Everything has been left out very simple. White color has been used throughout the house, but the upholstery, like this bed, they have crafted it out of wood, and then dark contrast color has been kept so that it's a contrast to the other colors of the room. Extruding LED lights has been used on the ceiling again, and it gives us an impression of sunlight entering into the house directly. Vitrified tiles has been used for the flooring. TV stand has been provided in front of me, and then we have a wardrobe area, and a small drawing table is also provided. A bathroom is also attached to the room, and from here there's a view to the courtyard, and from there we have a view to the kids playing kids bedroom, so that basically the parents can always have access to the kids area. A fully functional modular kitchen has been provided for the house. Korean top has been utilized, and then the shelves, as you can see, are arranged very peculiarly, and then for the backsplash, glass has been used. and all modern amenities are provided. As for the ceiling, again extruding LED lights has been used. For the flooring, vitrified tiles has been used, and then 2 windows has been provided. The peculiar design of the house is such that from the kitchen the gate is easily visible, so that any stranger or whoever is entering in the house can be easily visible, because most of the houses the kitchen is on the back side. We never know who is passing through the main door. And then we have a storeroom attached to the kitchen, a laundry room, and the work area is also provided for the house.
So let's hear from Anuj. Why do you think this home is one of the finalists?
The interiors have scored good marks from myself as well as Sudha. The furniture design and the layout of the house, with the water body going through, the skylights, the water coming in, the white walls, the pure white flooring, the lovely sofa design, beautiful dining table, very elegant master bedroom, the courtyard from in the family living area, which is bringing in a lot of light and landscape, the stair design going up. So I think all these elements put together, and mostly pure white walls left blank with small architrave wooden trimmings. So all these elements put together, I think, has brought the house into the top 10. The kitchen also is very beautiful in white with the glass backsplash, and very elegantly done. So I think I think the interiors is what has actually brought this house to the...
Alright, and do you agree with Anuj?
Very much. Not just the interior, I think the green aspects of this house also made it score a lot of points. See, the responsibility towards nature is something that has to be brought out very much, and so I think we need to encourage that. So that having been done in a house and projected it into such a beautiful way within the house, even in the landscape, a little bit has been taken care of. There's a huge rainwater harvesting tank, if I understand. The beauty of the interior is something that is in the fact that it's unique. It's not what we see always. It has been well thought of and planned. There is a good amount of roughness and smoothness. The lights coming in directly onto the walls. There's a sort of skylighting there above the waterway that brings in direct natural sunlight into the drawing room. So these kind of little features have added to the full effect of the house.
And it's time for us to listen to the valuable tips on lighting today, and let me start with Anuj.
Lighting is a subject we have talked extensively many times before. We have talked about the different types of lighting, different kinds of products which is there in the market, the kind of light fixtures available, the different fixtures for different use, and also about the different color tone of lighting. Today we are going to talk about ceiling lights and wall lights. These are the general light fixtures which you always see. The different kinds of ceiling light you can give. First you'll have to identify what is the amount of light which has to come into the room. Then you have to plan for direct and indirect lighting coming. So there should be some amount of direct light coming into the room which will take care of the basic requirement of light needed, and then you support it with some indirect lighting which is basically for effect. So this combination works very well in the ceiling, and the advantage of going for ceiling lighting is that you can position your light wherever you want to get to get the focus of light on the element in the house you want. Sometimes it might be a seating area where you can want a seating area to put where the furniture is. Sometimes it might be an artifact which you want to highlight. Sometimes it might be a passage which you want to highlight. So the purpose for each of these are different. So ceiling lighting is actually a very good option now, and there are so many different products coming in, and if you plan your lighting very well initially itself, you can get a lot of fantastic effect for the desired layout and planning you have in the house.
And Sudha?
Yes, true. With respect to the ceiling lighting, This lighting again can be done in two separate colors, what we call warm and the cool. So the white light that we see is what we call the cool daylight, while the other one is a warm daylight. So when it comes to using or deciding which color of light to use, we find that the warm color is basically that which gives a richness of tone, but that which can be combined with earthy colors like wood. For example, if you can imagine a warm light on a wooden surface and a white light on a wooden surface, the two give a very different feel. So if warm is going to be the tone, if you're going to use creams and browns, I think warm lighting goes very beautifully with it. On the contrary, if you were to use a very dark shade of wood, say close to black, maybe Wenge, and white walls, white floor, I think the white light suits much better. So, and in areas where you want to see the right kind of color, say for example in a washroom where you need to see your face clearly, or in a kitchen where you need to see the color of the food, it's definitely more important to go for a white light. A warm light somehow also has a less amount of light as opposed to white light. So then people tend to combine it with white and warm. But I feel that sometimes it doesn't really work very well. You're sort of lost as to which is the color that you want. So probably if you do a lighting design, you can go for both the colors, but stick to one type of lighting at one point of time. So if you were to read in your dining room, okay, switch on the white light and do your reading. But if you want to create a nice dining or dinner ambience, you can go for the warm lights. That will create a beautiful ambience inside the room.
All right, thank you so much. And with that, it's time for us to get done with this episode of Polycab, India's #1 cable and wires company, Dream Homes Season 6. So until we see you the next time, it is all of us telling you, take care.